Well, 'twas the night before Christmas, when all through the farm, all the critters were finding the best way to stay warm. We horses are tough, and we'll not complain, if you give us our hay and a bit of some grain. The goats were all snuggled, all close on their shelf, and they whisper about how they'll fool the old elf. They may seem aloof, and sometimes quite haughty, but when you're not looking, they're really quite naughty. A trio of dogs constantly search for some heat, from the heater of the fire or in bed by your feet, except for the big one, who seems not to care, because he is covered with thick golden hair. The cat and the man seem pretty content in front of a window or near the heat vent, and Mama, with some critter curled up in her lap, had just settled down for a mid-evening nap.
Oh boy, oh boy. When out on the lawn there arose such a clatter, I sprang from the bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window we all made a mad dash, to see what could possibly cause such a crash. The moon on the breast of the new-fallen snow gave the luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature tractor, a magic John Deere, with a little old driver, so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. He was ready to play and up for a game, and he whistled and shouted and called us by name. Now Boomer, now Bella, now Bonkers and Rocky, on Ditto, on Wingnut, on Pogo and Wally. Across all the fields, through the grass and the snow, he plowed a wide track to run to and fro. As dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the tractor it flew, with a bag full of treats and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard from the rafter the ho-ho-ho of his quite unique laughter. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. Then he shot right back up, with a flame on his ass, because he forgot the hearth is encased all in glass. He just chuckled and squeezed through the crawl space instead. He got covered in fur. Surprise, it was red.
Ooh, ooh. A bundle of treats he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler, just opening his pack. From the dog bones and oatcakes and tuna it was swollen, and the meat was more rare than the scraps Linda stolen. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, though I barked when I saw him, in spite of myself. A wink of his eye, and a little tut-tut, and I knew right away I could stop chasing my butt. He had fruit for the horses and chocolate for Linda, a new toy for Rocky and a collar for Bella. When I licked at his neck, he gave me a fine bone. On his way out the door, he took an apricot scone. He sprang to his tractor with the green John Deere marking and told us for next year, a little less barking. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night."
Merry Christmas, honey. Ho, ho, ho.